Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at a mechanics rule. We're going to look at the rule for how to use italics to indicate foreign words in our writing. So, one of the interesting things about the English language is that it's derived from several different languages. If you look at the history of some of our words in English, you'll see that some come from Old English, some from Latin, some from French, and a variety of other languages too. So the way that we indicate that we're using a word that's not an English word is that we will italicize it. Now, words that are already incorporated into the English language, like they're kind of officially in the English language, we don't need to italicize those. We just need to italicize the words that are currently not part of English so that we can highlight those. Let's take a look at a couple of different examples. This should help to all make more sense. So our first example here, we had hot oatmeal, warm socks, a blazing fire, which made the day hygge. So hygge is a Danish word, and it means something like coziness. And there are a couple of different books about hygge and how you can kind of make your lifestyle more hygge in the winter time and things like this. But because it's officially not an English word, it is a Danish word, so you'll notice here that it's been italicized. Let's look at this next example here. We ordered le fromage with white wine. So le fromage, that's a French word, and that means cheese. Okay, it means cheese. And we do have a word for cheese in the English language, right? We've got cheese, and then we've got all kinds of words to describe different kinds of cheese. We've got cheddar and Swiss and so forth, right? But in this case, the writer may have wanted to highlight the French aspects of cheese or something like that. So sometimes you'll see that writers will use a foreign word to get a certain tone or a certain mood to their writing. So sometimes you'll see that. And you'll notice again that this is italicized. Our next example here, looking at the pictures of the beach filled me with Fernweh. So this is a German word, and Fernweh means something like longing for a place when you're not there. And we really don't have a word to complement that in English. We don't really have a word that is the equal to Fernweh. Same with hygge. We don't really have an English word that kind of perfectly captures that. So sometimes you'll see that writers will grab a foreign word to use in their writing because we just don't have a word that matches that in English. All right, let's take a look at another example here. The pottery class taught me to enjoy a bit of wabi-sabi and embrace the process. So here with wabi-sabi, we're using a Japanese word. And what we're doing is that we are, again, grabbing a word that just doesn't really have an English equivalent. So wabi-sabi means something like appreciating imperfection, right? Appreciating when things aren't exactly perfect. And again, here we've italicized that. And the word is used really well here because, again, we don't really have an English word that's equivalent to wabi-sabi. And so it's really appropriate for the writer to use that in this sentence, okay? Now, there are many words that are in the English language that come from other languages. And a lot of these words come from other languages pretty recently. So it's not like Old English where we got those words a long time ago. We've got pizza from the Italian language and ballet from French and kindergarten from German, plaza from Spanish, ninja is Japanese, chocolate is nahuatl, and moped is from Swedish. So all of these words have already been accepted into the English language on an official basis, which typically means that they've been added to one of the official dictionaries. So we don't need to italicize these words. If we italicized all the words that came from a foreign language, we would pretty much italicize everything because, like I mentioned before, in English, our words come from many different languages. So we don't need to italicize a word once it's been accepted into English, but where it's officially a foreign word, it's not officially an English word, we do italicize in those situations. So I hope that this helps you out, and good luck with your writing.